Bienvenue aux Journées de la AFTE. Les 13 et 14 novembre, Aneo, cabinet de conseil en organisation, s'associe à la AFTE pour couvrir ces 2 journées d'échange entre les trésoriers et leur écosystème. Entre le Brexit et l'intelligence artificielle, la blockchain et les green bonds, les fintech et le financement à l'international, les sujets sont riches et variés. Finalement, le fil rouge entre ces différentes thématiques, c'est la transformation et l'innovation, sujets qui sont au cœur des missions d'Aneo. Hello, Sehgal.
Hi.
Thanks for meeting us today.
Pleasure.
You're the CEO of TRAYDSTREAM, and you're in the field of AI and trade finance. How do you combine these 2 items?
Well, the way we like to believe it's it's not the magic is not just in trade. It's not in technology, but when both of them come together, and you put in passion behind it, then there is something really amazing that comes out. Basically, the trade business worldwide is very paper denominated, very paper oriented, mechanical, human being dependent, error prone, everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds and thousands of documents flying across. So what we did was we started to say that if you could use technology, you could take that paper, and if you scanned it, then the system was good enough to pick up all the data intelligently without mistakes, and then run all the hundreds and thousands of rules that are there in the background to be able to make sense of what that document is. And by doing that, you can actually do what a human being does in 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 hours, virtually in 10 minutes, 12 minutes. So we basically to start seeing that transition where the amount of time that it takes is very, very small, and the accuracy rates are much better than the human industry.
Okay, so it's not only OCR, but all the intelligence to check the document, verify the accuracy, verify the business rules that needs to be met.
That's right. Understand the document first of all. So what is the document? Because there could be hundreds of different types of documents. There could be documents in Hong Kong, China, Africa. So the document type, your document could be different than mine. So it understands the document. Then it understands where to pick up the information from that document and then to post it in an intelligent manner.
Okay.
And then check it using artificial intelligence. The one other thing that we've done, and it's exponentially picking up, is machine learning. Mm-hmm. So for example, if you as an individual make a change because the system has picked that data incorrectly, the system remembers it. And next time it doesn't prompt you to make that correction. So as you run hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of transactions through it, you soon realize that the system has become smart, and probably at some stage smarter than the human being.
Okay. And who are your customers today?
So our customers are basically anybody who has a trade transaction, because what happens today for corporates is they make their trade transaction documents, they process them themselves, take hours and costs involved in that, then they give it to their bank. The bank then gives it to the other bank and it gives it to the buyer. So it's a 4-step process, takes weeks, months sometimes. If you as a corporate were to have a document, we basically give the system to you very, very cheap, and the pricing and the economics are very, very cheap. So we give the system to you, and you can actually clean the document so that when you give it to your bank, it is virtually sailed through the bank. So there is no back and forth, there is no delay, you get it very, very quickly. For the bank, the efficiency is, and therefore banks are also our customers, is basically they have hundreds and thousands of people doing this. You can actually bring it down and do it much, much more efficiently than ever before. So between the customers, corporates, SMEs and banks, we have our customers who basically got 10 documents a year, all the way up to the big banks who have hundreds and thousands and millions of transactions every year.
Okay. Well, thank you. It was a great explanation. Hello, Gibran.
Hello.
Thanks for meeting us. You are the EMEA product head of enterprise services at Citibank.
Yes, that's correct.
And you were on a roundtable about AI for treasurers.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a very good panel.
Why is AI important for you today at Citi, and how do you leverage it to enhance your offers to corporates?
Well, to be honest, I think AI is critical because it is helping our clients work, manage their working capital much better. Mm-hmm. But in addition to that, it also has a large number of opportunities in order to manage their human resources.
So, as a bank, how do you approach AI today?
Sure. So I think when we started on our AI implementation journey in TTS, we very quickly realized that there were 4 areas that we really needed to focus on. And these are your people engagement, your data management and data quality, The third is around building a very strong culture of data ethics. And then finally, the fourth is around senior leadership. And if I was to maybe explain the dynamics between these four areas, people engagement, if you really think about an organization that wants to become AI enabled, then people engagement is really your accelerator. So the more people you engage with, the faster your AI strategies could be adopted. But as you're accelerating, you may also realize there is some stress that's created on the machinery. And so if you're driving a car, what do? We press the clutch and shift into a higher gear. And I really think good data quality and data management practices have the ability to do that, because they allow people to focus more time on actually generating the intelligence rather than resolving data management or data quality issues. An absolutely critical piece. The third piece is around the data ethics. And again, if you're accelerating, unfortunately, sometimes we may find ourselves in situations where we're either approaching a speed bump, or some sort of an obstacle in our way. And that's where I think the ethics acts as a brake and allows you to avoid those situations. And then finally, the leadership is like steering wheel. These are the people who drive the organization from one point to the other. And so therefore there is a very important need of being well coordinated in these four areas. And that is how we decided to approach AI strategies at Citi.
AI is a very hot topic for corporate treasurers as well. How do you leverage it to bring value to those corporate treasurers?
Absolutely, and from the event today, from the panel, it's great to see that there are so many AI solutions that are already entering the market. And from a Citi perspective, I'm pleased to say that we already have two solutions which are live and are being piloted with our clients. The first solution is our payment outlier detection, which is really a innovative solution that focuses on helping our clients, through the power of machine learning, look at their future payments and compare them with their recent historic transactions. And based on those comparisons, the system is able to identify what we call as outlier transactions. So these are transactions that are materially different to how the client has been paying, or what their payments flows have been in the past. On identification of this, the platform actually seamlessly takes these outlier transactions out from the payment queue and presents it to our clients for their review, approval, rejection. So it's a brilliant solution in that it's helping our clients, separate incorrect or fraudulent transactions from their regular transactions. And the reason why this is important in today's world is, if you think about the trend, there is an increasing sort of trend in terms of payment volumes and user errors. And on the other side, there is an increasing sophistication in cybercrime. So these two combined together, our clients have told us that there is an absolute need in order to identify such payments in a more effective and efficient manner. And that is what payment outlier detection does.
Okay, great. So the payment won't rely on sample checks, but you can really check all the payments.
Exactly. You can quickly check it and take an appropriate action and make sure that the payments that you're sending through are actually accurate as well.
Okay, great. And what about the other solution?
Absolutely. So the other solution is the Citi Smart Match solution, which focuses on challenges around cash payment reconciliation. And again, we have a very strong client focus on these solutions, and the initial client validation is what we aim to do every time. So having validated the need for resolving reconciliation challenges, and we essentially boil it down to two things. One is challenges around identifying who the payment is from, and this issue could arise through a number of reasons. Truncated information, remittance information sometimes travels separate to payments. It could be in a file or in PDF or in Excel. And the second challenge is actually identifying what the payment is for. And that becomes a challenge when you think about discounted payments, partial payments, bundled payments. It really is an issue that our clients are having to deal with on a daily basis. So Citi Smart Match solution is actually a solution that we created in partnership with a US-based fintech called HighRadius. And again, through machine learning models and natural language processing, it allows our clients to match their open receivables with the payments and remittance data. And the remittance data could be coming from any source, as we discussed, emails, PDFs, and Excels, and so forth. And today, we are actually at a 95% match rate, which means again, it's a brilliant solution that's allowing our clients to have increased straight-through reconciliation and giving them a better view on their working capital as well.
Okay, great. And what's next?
The next is to, as I said, keep that people engagement going, create more ideas that are actually driving value for our clients or business growth. There is a quote that I really like which says, big data is powerful, but big data plus big ideas is transformational. And at CITI, that's what we are focused at, is the transformation, which to my mind can only come through really great people engagement and the infrastructure and the capabilities, the data science skill set at the back to actually support those ideas and make them, from ideas into products.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.